Hey, Alexia.
Hey, amor.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
It's been a while.
Yeah, 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month. Not too bad in relative terms in the history of our relationship.
Yeah, but still.
Still. So, where are we?
We are in Portugal.
We are in a tiny room in Porto, in Portugal.
Yes, so this is the first time that we say which city we are because I've been secretly just saying Portugal.
Oh, it's the first time that you publicly said that we are in Porto?
Uh-huh.
What's the first time I'm in Porto? It's the first time I've been here for... I don't remember the last time I was in Porto. Like 10 years, at least.
10 years.
Approximately. Maybe 8.
Yeah, so you guys know that we came here last year, my dad and I, to visit Porto and Viana do Castelo. And we fell in love with Porto. It's amazing. It's the most perfect city ever. Size range?
Size range.
Like, em relação a tamanho. How do I say that? Size-wise.
You could say size-wise.
Yeah, size-wise.
It's a little bit strange. I would just say it's a good size city. Not too big, not too small, not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah.
Just right.
Very windy.
It's very windy.
Windy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alexia and her dad and I went out last night to get some food, and it was quite windy, but not cold at all. And of course, because they are cariocas, they were dying.
My dad is mineiro.
Yeah, but he's lived a long time. He still is very cold-blooded.
Yeah, my problem is the wind. It's not like temperature, cold or hot, you know? It's when there is wind, I'm always cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't like fans.
Yeah. So just to explain, when we say cold-blooded in English, how would you say that in Portuguese? Não é com sangue frio.
Não.
Friorento.
Ah, é verdade, friorento.
É.
Sim, nós somos friorentos.
É. Eu não sou.
I am, very.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm hot-blooded. There was an old famous song called... I don't know if the title of the track was Hot-Blooded, but it's by an old band called Foreigner. And it goes, hot-blooded, check it and see. I got a fever of 103.
Da, 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 da.
Do you know it? Anyway, so we are here in Portugal.
Yes.
As many of you know, Alexia is a Portuguese citizen.
I am.
So she has what we call dual citizenship.
Yes, sir.
So we are here for a while they're going through the process of her dad going through, in Portuguese you would say regrupamento familiar.
Reagrupamento familiar.
Reagrupamento familiar. I believe in English we say family
Reunion.
Family reunification. Yeah, a family reunion is like a get-together when it's like your family has a big barbecue or something.
It's like a Sunday family reunion.
Yeah, this is not like a big brunch in Portugal. This is like a long legal process.
Yes, because, well, as Foster explained, right now I have my Portugal citizenship.
Nope. Portuguese
citizenship since I was 2 years old.
Okay. So I've had. Yeah.
Since I was 2 years old. And at that time, because of my grandfather, he was from Vila do Conde, which is a city next to Porto. He was Portuguese, and because of him, my mom and I, we are Portuguese as well.
Mm-hmm.
She was well. And then when I was taking mine,
Taking your what?
like my citizenship, like doing my citizenship.
Did you have to do anything? Or
Yeah,
did you just go
I
to a
had to go.
place?
No, I had to go to consulado, the Portuguese consulate in Rio, and give them like documents and like to prove that my grandfather was my grandfather and my mom was my mom.
They don't give you like a citizenship test like we do in the U.S.
No,
Where they're like,
I know how to sing the right. No, what's the name? Hi, no, Ino. How do you say Ino?
I am loving being in a Portuguese-speaking country again because I've just been here for one day. I'm still super tired, so my Portuguese I'm still suffering, but it's awesome speaking Portuguese 24/7 with Alexia and her dad because Alexia's English just immediately just crashes to the ground
It's
and
horrible.
burns, and it makes us have much more fun podcast.
How do I say Ino?
The national anthem.
Yes, anthem.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could say hymn if you're talking about.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, but we say national anthem. Normally, a hymn, we reserve that word for like religious songs.
Okay, so
Like you sing a hymn at church.
no, I didn't have to sing Portugal's anthem.
Yeah. Interesting fact hymn, like the song, has the same pronunciation as him. Like her, him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, so when I was doing all this process, my mom was doing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
The lady from the consulate, she asked, like, what?
Okay, first of all, talking about citizenship is very, very hard in general. So I'm going to be nice to Alexia. But consulate. I don't know how many times we practice this word. A lot. But in general, if you have a noun that ends in ate or an adjective, most of the time, it will not make the ate sound, like Alexia is saying consulate. We will say it.
Consulate.
So consulate, delicate, adequate,
Consulate.
articulate.
Consulate. Portugal consulate.
The Portuguese consulate.
Portuguese consulate. She asked my dad, what about you, sir? Don't you want to do it as well? Because
She Brazilian or Portuguese?
I have an idea.
Oh, you were 2 years old. I imagine she was Portuguese.
Yeah, most of
E
the
o
times.
senhor? O senhor quer
And then he was like, no, I'll do it later. And he never did. And then my mom passed away. And now he has to do this process by me, which means I am his responsible.
Yeah.
Here.
We say you're responsible for him.
Yeah,
Or you could say he is your dependent.
he's my dependent.
Yeah. Normally we say dependent, which is, yeah, it's a little bit not the typical situation because normally it's the parent
Yeah.
giving the citizenship to the child. But here, the tables are turned because Marco Antonio was lazy one day a long, long time ago.
Yeah. So we are doing this process, and that's it.
And Foster's just hanging out because he was extremely lonely and sad.
Yeah. I'm so glad that this month is behind.
Yeah,
Our-
May is not a fun month.
No, we are back on track. So people from Sounds Good who are listening to us, I am so sorry. We are so sorry. And we are going back on track and everything will be
We're
fine.
getting back on track.
Getting back on track and everything will be fine.
Alexia needs to get back on track
Yeah.
with y'all at the same time.
Yes, and fun fact, if you don't speak English here in Portugal, you are not good to work here.
What do you mean?
Every single, in general,
Mm-hmm.
the Portuguese population,
Yeah, Portuguese people.
they all speak English as a second language.
Yeah, Yeah, I think this is a good topic for an entire episode. But in general, the level of English, like in Brazil, if you put English on your CV or your resume and you're applying for a job and they say, "Do you speak English?" And you're like, "Eu falo um pouco."
Básico. Yeah, but it's not like our fault. It's not like Brazilians' fault, you know?
But I'm saying here, if
you speak English, you have to speak English.
it is pretty impressive because Portugal is not well known for being like a very multilingual society. But I think recently, because they rely so heavily on tourism, that if you just go to like a normal store or restaurant, the waiter will probably start speaking absolutely perfect English, perfect Spanish.
And maybe French, because here used to be like English and French before Spanish.
Yeah.
And then because now Spain and Portugal, they are friends again. People speak Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. In Europe, if you are trilingual,
it's normal.
You're totally normal. In Brazil or the US, if you speak 3 languages fluently, you're like the top 1%.
You're almost a PhD. Like they treat you like a PhD person.
Going to say like you could be president, but with our president nowadays, that doesn't make any sense because he can't speak one language. I tried to go through an entire episode without talking about Trump. We should stop here. And
it's nice to have you back.
It's nice to be back.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.